made this.
What's popping, guys? Welcome to ZeerTalks Football and soon to be Football Rig, because we will do collaboration soon, inshallah, on this one. And welcome to Tactical Majlis Pod, episode 4. We're here to chat about a lot of things, even though there's international break. You know what I'm saying? It's later than usual, but obviously circumstances got us to this point. It is what it is. And yeah, listen, hopefully we can still provide you some good content. You know what I'm saying? But before I begin, Sammy, how are you doing, Habibi?
I'm good, bro. I'm good. Taking a break just with international break. It's a good pause in the middle of season. Allows you to reset a little bit, recalibrate yourself before before the end of the season, where things get dire and serious, like the knockout stage in the UCL, the last run of the Premier League. So it's a good pause, I would say.
100%, man. I hear it. Trust me, I've been barely caring about international break. So trust me, yeah, I hear you.
Well, Italy's out, so that's a
yeah. But like our nations, for example, bro, I didn't even watch, and thank God I didn't watch Saudi because they're ass. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's a whole different conversation for a different time. Yeah, bro. Before we continue, guys, subscribe, press the alarm bell for future content notifications, like, comment your way. Please go check socials, go check Football Rig. Again, we will collaborate later on, so you will find this if you watch on playback on collaboration. Please subscribe to Football Rig and vice versa. And inshallah, you're good wherever you are. Now, you know what, Sammy? You want to talk about De Zerbi? Do you want to talk about the Arsenal returning with the injury situation after what happened to Madueke? Or do you want to talk about some Madrid rumors from some Premier League players?
Well, let's follow the sequence you have in your title. So you want to talk about De Zerbi first?
Okay. I guess De Zerbi it is then.
Yeah, that's like the hot topic right now. I mean, the guy secured himself probably a 5-year contract with Spurs. I mean, that was one of his conditions to sign for Spurs. He didn't want to do some interim shit. He wanted a solid contract so he can secure himself financially, I suppose. Look, I think De Zerbi is a good manager, and I was upset when he left Marseille for one reason, because Ethan Nwaneri is on loan to Marseille. So I thought Ethan Nwaneri would have developed way better under De Zerbi. I mean, giving his history with Brighton and how he developed players there at Brighton. So I was happy about that. But when he left, I was kind of upset about it, just for the sake of the development of Ethan Nwaneri. But I think it's a good appointment by Spurs. I don't think we're going to celebrate now their relegation anymore. I think they're going to survive the league. I think they're going to stay.
I don't know, but we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, he's a good attacking mindset manager. He is quite good. I'm not saying he's wow or anything, but I think he is quite. He knows his way around. Especially the Premier League. He can work with minimum resources. However, Spurs do have some good players in their squad. Like it or not, they have Kudos. They have.
I think Xavi Simons under him could work. To be fair,
Xavi Simons, yes. Swansea. We mentioned Kudos. Also, I think Madison will be back from long-term injury. So they do have good players to at least stay in the Premier League and build from there. I mean, they are one of the richest clubs in England. I think they do have the resources, and Spurs are quite desperate, right? they're looking at, and they want to cling on any success. So whatever De Zerbi is going to tell them in the summer, like let's say that he wants A, B, and C, then they have to bring him A, B, and C. And Tottenham Hotspur can do that from financial point. They are a rich club. They're not a poor club, so they can get. By the way, here's a fun fact. If you didn't know, do you know that Spurs spent more since Arteta than Arsenal?
I would not be shocked, Loki.
Now imagine, since Arteta joined Arsenal, they spent, I don't know, 1.2, something like that, 1.2 billion. Spurs actually exceeded them and spent 1.3 or 1.4 billion. And look at where they are, and look at where we are as a club. I mean, we are challenging for the Premier League, and they are trying to survive the relegation. So it's quite a disaster there at Spurs. And I think he can clean up that mess there.
By the way, first of all, that's funny as shit. But it's Roberto De Zerbi. That's a joke.
Yeah, that's a good one. A good one.
Secondly, here's the thing. I do agree he can coach good football. However, this is the problem. I feel like, and this is going to sound crazy,
okay,
but I remember him saying, I don't remember, was it him in Marseille, or I think it was in Marseille. He said, I rather lose playing beautiful football than winning. My fear is he's going to try to implement that football too quickly in a relegation battle, and it could hurt them. This kind of reminds me of Company with Burnley before he joined us. Now, the reason why I say this is the following. I feel like Tottenham are in a situation in which they don't know what the fuck their identity. They're kind of similar to Man United in that aspect. They have no idea what the fuck is their identity. Spurs fans don't even know what the fuck they want. And now you're having this whole situation in which when they get a defensive-minded coach and they start losing, they ain't happy. When they get an attacking-minded coach, they may have a run for a bit, but then they'll be stagnant because high line for life, whatever. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah.
It's like they want defensive when they have attacking, and they have defensive. You know what I mean? It's vice versa. So it's just for me, it's one of those sticky situations in which I personally think they needed somebody that's adaptable. I'm not even saying defensive because that's why they are where they are. Because with Thomas Frank, he was full on defensive. Look where they are. So I'm just saying someone adaptable. The only problem is who would have been that guy. I have no fucking clue.
It's not that for me. I think De Zerbi, looking at his career with Brighton, looking at his tenure at Marseille as well, he managed to get results, and quite fast, right? It's not like he took 2 seasons to do that. No, he adapted very fast and he implemented his play style. Yes, there's only 7 games remaining in the Premier League, and it could lead to, like you said, it could put them in a sticky situation where they have to survive. And can he adapt to that kind of, I mean, if they wanted to adapt and survive, they could have appointed Sean Dyche for all I care. But I think they're aiming towards also building something. And I think De Zerbi, I mean, the aim here is to survive the Premier League. It's not difficult, right? Because Wolves are already down. Burnley are already going to go down. So basically you're fighting for the last position who's going to go down, which is between Nottingham Forest, West Ham United, and Tottenham Hotspur. And I think that De Zerbi can win that battle. I mean, let's be quite frank with each other. I mean, I don't see that's an impossible mission. I don't see it's a very difficult mission for him, because looking at their players, what they have compared to West Ham and also compared to Nottingham Forest, I think they do have the upper hand, I would say. So I don't see it as a tough one for him to do. It's not a difficult task, in my opinion. To stay
at least. You just let them play football and then they get the results.
Yeah. Just get them play football, bro. You already have you have Gallagher. I know that I'm not saying Gallagher is wow, but I'm saying those are players that already are veterans in the Premier League. And also look at Gallagher, who went to Atletico Madrid. So he is seasoned. He has seasoned players. Solanke, he was firing at Bournemouth. Madison's coming back. Kudus is coming back. Romero, World Cup champion. They have a lot of good players, right? A lot of good players. So I'm sure he can get them to play ball. I'm not going to get into the tactics and how he's going to play. What is the setup? What's the lineup? What is all that stuff? But at least I can guarantee he can make them survive the relegation. That's all I can tell you for now.
I would agree with you only if he's willing to adapt sometimes. I don't know if he's willing to adapt sometimes. This is the problem.
All right, let's look at their games. What do they have in the Premier League? Spurs games and Premier League. Let's see what they have.
I'm gonna check on football.
Okay, so
be with you as well.
So Spurs have Sunderland, Brighton, Wolves, Aston Villa, Leeds, Chelsea, and Everton. And they're sitting where in the league? Let's see now. How many points? Premier League table.
I'm looking at the games. I am not gonna lie. I can already see them maybe drop points to Chelsea.
Yeah, they will drop points. So they're 1 point away from West Ham, right? So they're 30 points. West Ham is 29 points, and Forest 32, Leeds 33. So that the battle is actually between 4 teams for that relegation. Yes. Yeah, 4 teams out of the for that spot of relegation. So I don't think Spurs are going to lose that battle. Honestly,
actually, to be fair to you, Tottenham play Leeds at home, and Leeds is one of their competitors.
Their home record is just awful, man. Their home record is just horrendous.
Yeah, I know, but I'm talking like I know, but if we're talking in like under De Zerbi, maybe if we're considering what you're saying and what we've been saying, maybe that whole situation might play into their hands now that they're at home under the new manager. I'll tell you this from now. Weirdly enough, I think they're gonna have a manager bounce against Sunderland.
Yeah, I believe so as well. I think that's the case.
My question mark is Aston Villa.
Brighton. Maybe Brighton. He wants
Brighton at home, yes, because Brighton do play good ball under
Wolves. They can win against Wolves, right? It's not crazy to say they can win against Wolves. Villa. Okay, I see a loss there.
Leeds. Villa. You know what they're playing for, so.
Yeah, they're playing for a spot for the Champions League.
Exactly.
So yeah. So I see them dropping points to Villa. I see them dropping points to Chelsea. I also see them dropping points to Everton. But the rest, I think they can guarantee 4 games. So that's 12 points. So yeah, I think they can survive.
I'm looking at 3 points against Sunderland only because manager bounce, even though they're away. I think they maybe draw to Brighton at home. So that's 4.
I don't think so. I think De Zerbi knows.
You think a loss? If they lose, I'll say a draw. But
I think it's a win. No, I think it's a win for Spurs.
Slick? I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Wolves, they better win. If they don't win that, then they're hopeless.
Yeah, that's. I'm giving them a win there. Benefit of the doubt.
So for me, that's already 7 points, and then Villa 0 points. I'll be real. So 7.
Okay.
Another 3 points against Leeds, so that's 10. I think they draw to Chelsea personally because Chelsea's shit.
So if they get 10 points, that's it. They secure the 40 points. The 40 points in the Premier League secures you.
And then final game, probably 3 points or 1 point. Yeah, so they should be okay when you think about it, actually. They should be okay, low-key. If they kept Tudor, now it would win.
No. That guy is just abysmal, man.
By the way, Serie A fans started warning Premier League fans because Juventus fans were dealing with it.
How the hell, man? This guy is managing Juve?
Brother, he used to be a Juve. Brother, you know what it is? He used to be a Juve player. Believe it.
I don't care, man. I'm talking about his man.
Yeah, no, his managerial qualities is, bro.
Career is shit, bro.
His managerial qualities is so shit. And they were like, I think, top 4, 5th in the Serie A at the time. Crazy. I think they got top 4 last season under him. Then the beginning of this season, it just went to shit and he got sacked.
So let's say they do survive, okay, which is highly likely in my opinion, with De Zerbi. Then they were gonna start
2 draw because they drew a lot of games.
Yeah, that's true. But let's say they survive the relegation and continue. I mean, to this next season. So the thing is here now, what you just said comes into conversation is building that identity, right? And building that identity will take them probably the whole of summer together after the breaks and after the World Cup, where he's going to understand the strengths and the weaknesses of the team, identifying the gaps of improvement, yada yada yada. Signing certain players. I heard also Van de Ven would probably leave as well. I heard that he had a downfall with De Zerbi somewhere. I don't know.
Already?
No. Prior, like that's what I read on X. I'm not sure what happened between Van de Ven and De Zerbi. It could be.
They never played because Van de Ven was at Wolfsburg.
No, he probably said something about him, or I mean, the chat could correct me if I'm wrong. If they read something on X that indicates Van de Ven had a downfall with De Zerbi. But anyways, so he's going to sign certain players. He's going to sell certain players. So the most important part is he will have time to work with a squad to give the squad what kind of game style he wants to play, instill that in them, rehearse, training, all of that stuff. Next season, we should see, I wouldn't say challenging or anything, but they should be somewhere in the top 6.
Oh God, Sammy, respectfully, brother, you got April fooled.
Maybe it could.
No. By the way, before I read this, when I did the research.
No, but I read it before April hit, so I don't know.
No. It said based on reports from April 1, 2026, the arrival of Roberto De Zerbi as Tottenham Hotspur's new head coach has brought significant yet complex issues, speculation, particularly surrounding the relationship with key defender Mickey Van de Ven and White.
It's not a tweet I read. No, it's just not a tweet I read. I know you're quoting it right now, but it's not. But if it's April Fool, it's April Fool. It doesn't matter really. What matters is he will start working with the squad, and I'm expecting from De Zerbi with Spurs. I'm not saying they should challenge, but at least be in the top 6, at the top of the table, not the bottom half of the table. That's what should be the expectation based on what they have in terms of players, and with this manager, they should be aiming to top 6. That would be a great start and improvement, and and then they can build from there, right? Next season.
For that to happen, bro, these Spurs fans need to stop expecting for too much. Every time they expect for too much, like, don't get it twisted. We both have standards for our own clubs. However, at the same time, you're in a fucking shit position. You keep on fucking wanting this. You don't even know what the fuck you want at this point. If you knew what you want, I understand. You don't even know what you want. Know what you want, have an identity, then start doing the whole standards gimmick.
But here's the thing. I mean, you ended up 17th last season, and this season you're probably going to end up 17th or 16th.
But again, right? But Sammy, again, bro, it's because of this whole thing they've been doing. I mean, Ayam, bro, we're talking like Jose Mourinho and Conte days, bro, when they didn't know what the fuck they wanted. And then all of a sudden you hear Conte calling them out for all the bullshit that happens at Spurs, which he wasn't lying, by the way. Okay? Did he handle it the wrong way? Sure. But he called it out because Tottenham is a fucking mess. He leaves, and then they get Ange Postecoglou, and they're having a great start, if you remember. And then they started falling off after the Chelsea loss because of the high line, got exposed. And then the following season, won the Europa League despite being shit in the league, right? And then now they're in the Champions League. Looked like they had a good run in the Champions League only because their opponents were ass. Dortmund, fuck you for that. But whatever, okay? The point is, like, Tottenham now, they're in a position in which in Europe they were looking all right, and then in the league they look shit. But that's because they don't know what the fuck they want.
Not only that, you have to take consideration also the players they lost, right? They lost Harry Kane. They lost Son. I understand that. I'm just saying. I mean, those players you cannot just replace easily, right? The Harry Kane, the Sons, and so many players that along the years they never replace, and that's why you see a dip in terms of form, in terms of position of Spurs, and also bad management from the board, from the managers. All of it, just all of these factors just piled up, and this is the outcome that we're seeing right now, which is a devastating Spurs battling relegation. I mean, from being a finalist of the Champions League and being the second in the Premier League, and you become battling for relegation in less than a decade, then you must have effed up really bad. Really bad, you know. That's how I look at it.
Yeah, and by the way, also them they care more about having events in their stadium than focusing on like their
the Rihanna events and Beyonce's and all that stuff.
And a karting track somehow, some way. I don't know how the fuck that's possible, but yallah. This is how the cookie crumbles these days, isn't it? But yeah, man said that UCFR was a fluke. Let's be real. Although that team was, you saying Tottenham making it was a fluke? I'm not gonna. I don't see it. Listen, the only thing fluky about it was that City result. Other than that, I don't think it's fluky.
Yeah, they had a good team, man. They had Kane, Son. They had also Dele Ali.
Yeah, Kane didn't contribute, and I'm saying that he didn't contribute that his season. It was Son. Son was a big contributor.
I mean, they're all contributors if you look at it at certain points on certain stages of the competition.
But Kane was injured majority of the season.
Maybe I can't remember really the details.
No, I remember. That's what I'm telling you. Kane was injured, and then he played in the final, and he looked way off it.
Could be. It could be.
Man said, I don't think it's a fluke against Ajax because that comeback, there's nothing fluky about it.
Didn't Ajax win against Madrid that year?
They won against Madrid and Juve, and Dortmund lost to Spurs around 16, and Spurs beat City, and then the thing is,
City, they're the boogie team of City, by the way. They still consider Spurs as their boogie team.
This is my thing. I don't think it was fluky, only because, like, you have to remember, they were 2-0 down on aggregate, right? And they basically had to pull a comeback in the second half of the second leg. Like, Lucas Moura turned up big. Him and Dele Ali.
Yeah. Lucas Moura, yes. That
him and Dele Ali, bro. Both of them combined. They turned up big, bro.
Yeah, that ball fraud, man. Yep.
Like,
I remember that now.
Listen, I have to admit, that's fair play to Tottenham. Doing it at now Johan Cruyff Arena. I think at the time it was just Amsterdam Arena or something. Like, is madness, you know? Gotta give credit where it's due. I'm not even gonna lie. That's credit where it's due. But I already knew once they made the final, Liverpool was winning because it's Tottenham at the end of the day. Like, that's the only problem. But
look at the players that you mentioned, and look at the players that they have right now. It's just and also they spent money. It's not like they've been rebuilding or doing anything. No, I mean they had the money. They spent similar money as Arsenal, even more, but yet it was poorly handled. And you know, they paid for unnecessary payment like Gallagher. Like, what the hell? Why should I pay 50-60 million for Gallagher? Could have gone for somebody else who's better.
Yeah, it just did not make sense at all. But hey, it is what it is.
Solanke, 60 million. Crazy.
Crazy work. I say we move on though. We can talk about your club now. The other club from North London. Returning everybody, which I think is smart, by the way. I have to say, I think it's a smart idea.
Yeah, but I found it funny the way the media put it, that, look at this fraudulent Arteta and players leaving their international duties, and it's an embarrassment and all that stuff.
Bro, nah, you know my thoughts on Arsenal, but even then, I'm telling you, fair play.
No, the thing is, I recall City used to do that with their players. I recall United with Sir Alex Ferguson used to do that when they were, you know, the later stages of the season. They used to call their players from friendlies, basically, right? Not major tournaments or major competitions in the international level, but in the friendlies they used to, you know, bring those players back and whatever, I don't know. I mean, it says there, oh, they got a knock. They're going for medical assessment. Yada yada. I don't care, bro. I really don't. I hope everybody's okay. And the best thing is, look at Madueke. What happened? Now imagine if he gets injured for the rest of the season just because he played a friendly against whoever the fuck.
Oh, which is dumb. Which is why I think they need to change the concept of these friendlies, in my opinion.
I mean, come on, yo.
I personally think, yeah. Because, by the way, this happened to us last season with Upamecano and Davies mainly. And my main one's the Davies one, because that was the ACL injury. Bro.
Oh, was it an international duty?
It was, bro. It was in some useless third place playoff of that Gold Cup they fucking played. Dumb. Fuck Jesse March. Besides the point, I think what they should do, you see these international friendlies they've been having. Bro, just put extra friendlies, like see those ones you had this international break, pile it up and put it after the season finishes. So we don't have to worry about the season, and that way you have extra games to get reps for the tournament.
But you have to understand there was qualifications as well, right? Like the Italy one, like Sweden.
Yeah, but they could try to qualify right before the tournament.
Yeah, but still, I mean, given the circumstance, they haven't qualified from the group stages or whatever, so they had to play these playoffs.
And that's
so
fine.
That's fine, right? I agree. And my issues with the friendlies, but there's a point why they play friendlies is because the World Cup is about to start in the summer, and there's not much time for preparation and for players to know each other, know the manager's tactics before the World Cup starts.
Yeah, but my point is, instead of having
when is the World Cup gonna start? I can't remember
mid-June, I think. But again, what I'm saying is, so let's say, for example, we ended the season earlier than expected. Okay, so instead of end of May, we ended, let's say, 2 weeks in advance. Now you have space and room for extra friendlies to play. All I'm saying is, you put them friendlies there and get these players to know each other for 4 games before a tournament. If you have to qualify, so be it. You qualify then. That way, we don't have to worry about the season. And then here's another thing, which, to be fair, my cousin told me, and he's correct. That Nations League and these extra games and certain competitions was so unnecessary as well, when you think about it. Because it's like now it's affecting literally like a lot of players. You know what I mean? And now it's like one of those things in which now the focus on rotation is like more than ever. Otherwise, you're screwed. It's like a detriment to your season.
That's fair to say, but mid-June, I mean, Dantrum just said there, June 11th. When does the season end? Somewhere in May. I know that the final.
I think 31st May or 30th May. What Saturday of that?
I know that the UCL finals are 30th of May, for example.
There you go. Yes, that's the last game of the season.
Yeah, but I don't know when the league exactly. Let's see. I just have the Spurs one open, so let's see when is it. So 24th of May. So basically last week of May, right? That's when the season is over, at least when it comes to the Premier League. So there's not much time from 24th of May until 11th of June to get really prepped up and play friendlies or whatever.
I think there is if you made the final and
but Azir, I mean, if you're bringing players who already play the season, you need to rest them as well, right? You don't want to have fatigued player in your squad when the World Cup comes in. So you have to.
Who pays the wages?
It's a tough one to balance.
Who pays the wages? Yeah. My concern is who pays the wages, the club or the national team?
What wages?
Like these players that go for a national duty and also play in the club. Who pays the wages?
Why? Is there a contract between the national team and the player?
I mean, managers or coaches of both club and nation do communicate usually, but that's not the point. The point is, I'm saying the wages are paid for clubs, so clubs should be the priority.
Yeah, but this is, I mean,
but some players will look at it, national team, my country, national. I understand,
bro. It's a duty, bro.
Again, but this is why I think there needs to be some restriction. This is the point I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. There should be some sort of collaboration between the club and the national team, of course. And I think, looking at, for example, England, the way Tuchel managed it, I think it was good. He brought certain players later on. He allowed players to leave the camp the likes of Saka, the likes of Rice, and all that stuff. But going back to what you have in the title right there, Madueke, this could be a blessing in disguise. I'm not happy that he's injured. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, I can't stop thinking, oh, okay, this could be an opportunity for Max Dowman. You know, since Saka's also not playing in the high level, I think Max Dowman could have his opportunity. And I think Max Dowman, I mean, he's young, he's talented, just like Carr, for example, in Bayern Munich. I think he has the potential to really make a difference on the pitch. So it could be a blessing in disguise. It's not. This is not me celebrating Madueke's injury. Don't get me wrong. I don't wish injuries on nobody. Not my team. Not the rivals. Nobody. I wish them all a speedy recovery. But this could be a blessing in disguise. Looking at it.
Nah, but to be fair, I agree with you. It could be. Actually, I didn't even think of it like this. But yeah, to be fair, it could be. But by the way, you better hope that some of these players are returned. It's like a scheme and not a real injury issue. Because if it is, that's when you're screwed.
It's
Otherwise,
true. Yeah, it's true.
I listen. This is my because I don't know. I if there was an injury from what I heard or read, to be clear, that I believe could be actually true is the Zubimendi one. I think the Zubimendi, the one on his knee, right? I think that one could be true only because they said he sustained it in training. But that
could be problematic for Arsenal because we don't have an adequate replacement for Zubimendi.
So I don't know because I think the moment it was Zubimendi, isn't Eze injured as well?
Yeah, calf injury.
But he was injured before England, right? He didn't
he didn't even play the final against City.
Yeah. So it's different. But yeah, you missing him there.
Yeah, we did miss him.
No, I'm saying you missing him for the coming games.
Yes, he's going to be out for between 4 and 6 weeks.
Ridiculous, bro. Yeah, Arteta's gonna have to figure it. By the way, I'm gonna tell you this. This is an ultimate test for that guy, Arteta. I'm telling you.
It is, but he put himself into this situation. Honestly, I mean, starting from the beginning of the season, he did not rotate enough. He had certain players that he signed, the likes of Norgard, for example. He did not utilize him. He probably played, I don't know, like 50 minutes total in the Premier League. I mean, imagine you sign a player, played 50 minutes. I mean, he could have replaced Declan Rice at certain games and allowed Rice to rest, or Zubimendi, since Zubimendi is not used to the Premier League, because the Premier League is having more. The Premier League having more games compared to La Liga, for example, and he's not used to playing 60 games per season. It's just he's not used to it, And you should have rotated more. Also, from the defensive side, you had Mosquera, you had Hincapié, you had Calafiori. You could have rotated Saliba more. You could have rotated Gabriel Magalhaes more, and also White as well instead of.
Isn't he injured as well?
Timber. No, White is back. Timber is the one who's. I don't know. There's a quite skepticism there. It could be more of a fatigue than an injury. Him and Saka as well. But again, I mean, you put yourself in this position. Now it's a pickle that you need to resolve. However, like you said, it's the ultimate test for you. It's the last run of the seasons, and then you have to make it work by hook or by crook. You need to make it work, bro. I don't care, man. If you don't win me anything this season, then with all due respect, I want you out of my club.
Yeah, no, I understand that completely, bro. Let's see what happens who do you play first when you come back?
Southampton, FA Cup.
Oh, FA Cup. I'm in the league then. Because I think FA Cup, regardless, you're gonna rotate there anyway. Because you should be beating.
There's a UCL game before.
Oh, Sporting. Well, that's not gonna be easy.
Yeah, it's not gonna be easy. You're absolutely right.
And I say that in a stylistic perspective. Like it could be a repeat of Leverkusen. Basically.
Yeah, Bournemouth will be the first league game on 11th.
Yeah, see that Bournemouth game, it's in the Emirates, so you should be. But then again,
okay.
Yeah, but then again, I'm intrigued to see if he rotates in that one, depending on what happens in Sporting. And then after
That's why.
Sporting,
Look, I'm willing to risk it in the FA Cup and rest players and play like the second team. I'm willing to do that.
Oh no,
I'm
yeah,
willing to do that.
I guarantee you better rest.
Yeah. Then go strong against Sporting in the first leg. Try to secure, a good goal margin there, like 3 goals or whatever, so that you can somehow play your players against Bournemouth, secure the win, and then rotate in the second leg a little bit. Not to a degree that you'll lose, but at least to a degree to hold that goal margin that you built in the first leg.
Yeah. Use the squad you have, is what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then here's the thing: if you put yourselves in that position, then you play Man City in the league.
As long as we win every single game from here on out, barring, let's say, the City. Let's say we drop points against City.
Yes.
Let's say we drop that. I mean, we're still 9 points clear. They have 1 game in hand. Let's say they win that game in hand, and let's say they win against us. So that's 3-point margin. So as long as we win the rest of the games, then we're okay. And I think if we do get results in Etihad, it's over. Either a draw or a win against City.
If you win or draw, I think you won the league, because there's no way City come back. But if they beat you, which they take points off you and gain their points and beat Crystal
Palace, that's going to be tight. That's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Very, very tight.
Because there'll be 1 point. Am I correct?
3.
Wait. So how many points are there? 61. You're 70.
Yeah, that's 9 points margin.
Let's say, مثلا, you lost to City, for example.
Okay,
so then they would 60.
So that would be 6 points. That would be 6 point gap. 6 point gap. That would be.
Oh no. So then it would be, you're right, 3. Yeah. The game in hand, and then I gave them the winner. Yeah, you're right. 3 points. Yeah, you're correct. So, yeah, bro. Listen, if it gets to that point, then you better not lose, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, I'm looking at your games. The majority of them are favorable, except for maybe one.
An ideal world, Zeer. This is the ideal, perfect world that I'm picturing here. Is if we do, like I said, get a results against City, and we win against Sporting comfortably in the first leg, right? That will allow you then to rotate player heavily before you go to the later stages in the semifinals against, for example, Barca or Atleti, whoever wins there. I'm assuming Barca, to be honest. But
April 28, 29, May 5, May 6. Okay, I'm trying to see who you play in between. Okay, here's the thing, you play Newcastle at home, then you play one of the two, Barca or Atleti, if you make it through, of course, to the semi-final. Then you play Fulham at home after the first leg. Then you play whoever again, and then you play West Ham at West Ham in London.
Yeah, here's the thing about Newcastle and Fulham. Just don't forget it's at home, and our home record is just solid. Right, we lost, I think, was it once only?
Only Man United is the one I think of. You come back.
Yeah, that's the only game we lost against United the whole season. So when it comes to our home record, I'm quite confident in my team. Really confident to say that we're gonna nick a win.
Yeah. Listen, let's see how you do, bro. I mean, to be honest, usually I would say, even though, to be honest, you did fuck up that cup final, but regardless, I don't trust Man City to fucking get all wins. I'm not gonna bullshit you. I mean, if I look at Man City's games, let's look at Man City's game before we move on, which we'll get to Man City in a little bit, actually, about the player.
Chelsea. I think they're playing Chelsea. I haven't checked it. Let me check.
So
I know they're gonna play City.
These man have Liverpool FA Cup, then Chelsea in the league.
Chelsea, yeah, that's. I think they gotta drop points against Chelsea. I'm not gonna lie.
I would not be fucking shocked, but I'm not gonna lie. I think Man City win, because this is not Chelsea under Maresca. This is Chelsea under this fraud. So I think City win that. If they beat you, that would get interesting. I won't predict that one yet. City versus Burnley.
No, they're gonna win. Yeah, they're gonna win. They're gonna win.
City versus this one is gonna be the interesting one. Everton at
Everton. Also Bournemouth, by the way. Both are difficult away.
No, by the way, it's Manny. They have Everton at Liverpool. They have Brentford at the Etihad. I think the Brentford game is going to be difficult too, by the way.
No, I don't think so. It's at Etihad. No,
I have no.
If it was in London, I would say I would hear it, but at home,
bro, I see them drop points to Forest is my thing. So
yeah, anyway, that's before they won the final, bro.
I hear it. And then they have Bournemouth. Is the one you're saying is going to be difficult because it's in Bournemouth. And then they play Aston Villa at the end of the season, which, by the way, that in itself is tough because Villa, you know what they're going to be trying to do. You know what they're going to try to do.
Yeah, they're going to try to secure their. But I mean, it's securing a Champions League spot and a team that is going for the league. So there's levels to this conversation. So yeah, I'm giving them that win as well. But yeah, I mean, regardless of what they have until the end of the season, until the end of the campaign, if we can get it done by April, that will be the ideal situation for Arsenal. Just wrap it up as quickly as possible so that we can focus also on the Champions League. I mean, I would love to see my team go all the way in the Champions League and also in the FA Cup if we do win against Southampton. I don't want to spend every game at the league being nervous, looking at behind my shoulders, looking at the other rivals, what they're doing, and we're dropping points. I just want to, win until City keep dropping points until to a point they just give up. And we just, okay, the league is wrapped up, guys. Let's
like how we do.
Cruise
your way to the league like how we do.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like
I have a feeling of what it takes to dominate the league for once.
Fairs, because we haven't won in 22 years, so I'll allow this from you. But yeah, we want to be in that position where we're relaxed, right? So we can try to focus on the other competitions. However, I'm just gonna be happy with the league, yo. I mean, I just posted a short today saying, yo, guys, my domestic treble dream just went down the drain. I'm happy with the league, yo.
Oh, you mean this dream? Man said domestics and league. So what domestics are you winning? Like FA Cup?
Carabao? FA and Carabao, yeah.
You think you win all of them? So you think you win a domestic treble?
I think so, yes. The way we are moving, yes.
I clip that. Clip that.
Clip it, man. Yeah, man. As things stands, from the way we are performing so far, yes, I believe so.
Well, that dream, yeah? That dream.
Yeah, well, we should check now the short that I just posted.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, we're going to go check this short. I'm intrigued. No, you made me interested. No, you should have never told me about that. Yeah, bro, listen, I'm a type of guy that goes
out there, bro. Yeah, man, it's out there. It's out there. I mean, I don't know how to post it if I don't believe in it.
Sure.
If I don't believe it.
Okay. Hey, chat, we're about to see this brother short. Is it this one, yeah? Oh, you got bare views on this. Fair play. This one, yeah?
Yeah.
Let's see. Why can't it open? افتح يا أخي.
I would say, of the season just went from domestic treble to I just want the league, yo. I'm gonna be happy with the league. I'm gonna be honest. My expectation went completely down. So I think we do have a huge chance with the league. 9 points clear. I know they have one game in hand. They have also the game at Etihad. But still, I would take the league, bro. That's all I want. I mean, and we can build from there. I would say, of the season. Just yeah, bro.
The levels of coping is unreal, blood.
It's a reality check, bro. It's a reality check. Yeah, a man can dream. A man can dream. Obviously, if it's not this season, maybe we can try to do it another season. Just like people used to laugh at Arsene Wenger when he said he will win the league without a single loss, and people just laughed at him, and he did it. So
yeah, nah, I
you can
hear you,
mock
bro.
all you want.
Nah, I hear it. Anyway, last topic, and we're gonna make it short and quick because I ain't got too much time. Um, yeah, bro. Rodri and Enzo talks about them potentially moving to Madrid in the future. I don't know if you've seen that or not.
I heard about Rodri, but Enzo. I
Enzo
mean, I'm
is
not.
about him liking to move to Madrid one day, like in the city. So the
Did
rumors
he?
talk.
Did he say it? Like
He said
what?
something along the lines. He chatted, I believe, to his wife about. I'll show you.
Okay.
I,
Well, here's the thing. Rodri is a seasoned player. He's I think 29 years old. Enzo is much younger. Now, when it comes to cost, I think Enzo's going to cost more just because his contract runs, I think, 7 years or whatever. Those death row contracts they have at Chelsea there.
yeah,
Now, looking at it, which player actually suits Madrid more? I think it's Rodri. Rodri suits Madrid.
you
I think he
think?
would bring, yeah, I think he would bring a massive balance in that team.
I think he's
He's a,
Barca. I think he's
mm,
Barcelona coded. Rodri. He gives me, and I'm talking in profile, not because I think the guy I'm comparing to his levels, but
mm.
I think he's a Biscuits profile.
Mm,
Personally, the
no,
way the size and how he controls tempo.
maybe, but he's more clutch. I mean, this guy's a Ballon d'Or winner, bro. You gotta understand this. You don't get a Ballon d'Or as a central midfield unless you are that elite. Not only controlling tempo, you are being clutch. You control the game. You control the pace. You know when to pass, where to pass, the weight of the pass. It's just this player is elite. Now, my question is: at 29 years old, can he go or can he sustain that level of performances that he's been putting with Manchester City? I don't know. He's been injured for quite a long time, so there's a lot of question marks surrounding Rodri because of that injury that he had and his dip of form, and he never went back to that Rodri. Since the ACL and all that stuff, he never went back to that level. Enzo, on the other hand, is a young player.
Yeah.
He has a lot to learn. I mean, he just joined Chelsea. He's young from Benfica. He's a World Cup champion as well. He won also the FIFA Cup, whatever, at in the summer with Chelsea, and he could be. There's a lot of potential for him to develop and improve. But I don't see Rodri can improve.
Yeah. By the way, I'm taking this with a grain of salt, but I think this is what he said. Actually, no, I think he actually said this. I will always tell my wife, Valu, that if I had to choose a city to live in Europe, I really like Madrid. It's very similar to Buenos Aires, the Argentinian capital, also because of the food. So that is where the talk started, going around. That's
Hey,
what he said.
listen, the power of the missus could do wonders. We've seen it firsthand with Messi.
Yeah,
He
yeah,
wanted
yeah, yeah,
to, when he
yeah,
wanted to join Saudi, but the missus didn't like the country for whatever reason, and she felt more comfortable in the US. So yeah,
Oh yeah, صح, true. Yes, you're right. Yeah, the links here didn't happen because of the family. You're right. Because
yeah.
they
So the missus could play a big role, in that decision. But I don't know, man. There's a lot of question marks for me when it comes to Rodri. Can he get back to that level? Can he deliver the same performances that he did with City, with Madrid? Because Madrid is a very demanding team. It's a big team, and you'll not have that kind of time to adapt and all that stuff. I know that he came from La Liga, so I don't think he will need a lot of adaptation time from the Premier League to La Liga. I think he's gonna fit perfectly. But the question remains: can he get back to the same level as the Ballon d'Or winner Rodri at 29 years old, with just came back from an ACL injury? I don't
yeah.
know. It's
I
gonna
will
be a
say
risky one.
the problem with Rodri is Madrid fans hate Rodri for what happened in that Ballon d'Or thing. Remember these players and fans,
Yeah,
they're
the Vinny
passionate
one.
about
Yeah,
it. The Rodri situation. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
I think Rodri going to Real Madrid would hurt Madrid more than it would help them, only because of the situation with the Ballon d'Or. I think because these Real Madrid players, they're very fucking petty, and we're seeing it with how they play on the pitch. We're clearly seeing it. So I personally feel like them getting Rodri is not a good idea. They're yeah, he's a Madrid fan saying Wharton if they can. You know, when they had the
Yeah, but
opportunity to take Neves off us, that was a good idea, in my opinion. As a Hilal fan, I'm telling you this. Like, they needed somebody that can dictate. That's why last week I brought you that whole Enzo Fernandez conversation, because he's somebody that's good at passing the ball and starting attacks. That's a player that they need. I never, you know what I mean? Like, they need somebody of that ilk, that profile.
Yeah, you might be right, but at the same time, I look at Enzo and his EQ, basically his emotional intelligence. I don't think he can survive Madrid, to be honest. The fans there.
I think he's a Real Madrid code player in that aspect, because they like hotheads. They love having hotheads. Look at the players they've had, bro. They've had guys like fucking Rudiger and Sergio Ramos and Pepe. Do you know how hot-headed they fucking were?
Yeah, but they were elite.
I understand, but they were.
And the thing is, these hotheads that you mentioned, the more aggression they show, the more they perform. Where at Enzo, it's quite the contrary. The more emotion he shows, the shittier he is. If you get my point.
You're saying
like the emotion, the emotions gets
more like to get a red card, basically, مثلا.
Yeah, something like that. His emotions gonna get the best out of him, worse actually out of him, not the best. Unlike the passionate player that you just mentioned, like Sergio Ramos or Pepe.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think Pepe was hot-headed and was an idiot at times, but he's so good.
Yeah, but Pepe thrives at shithousery and all that stuff. I mean, we all know what Pepe is all about, right? That's his personality, basically. He thrives in that environment, that aggression. But I don't see Enzo doing that. I think he's hot-headed, but at the same time, if I'm allowed to say that, an idiot, you know. You know what I mean?
Brother, I say dumbass, so I think you're being too nice when you say not idiot.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just a feeling, right? It's not something that I can measure. There's no metric for this, but it's just my feeling.
Look, he look at how many trophies he's won, bro. This guy could have been in conversations 2 years ago with that same Rodri Ballon d'Or. That guy's fucking hot-headed. Also, he's incredibly underrated.
But Carvajal, at his prime, he was probably the best right back in the world, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, actually, you know what? That might be a good point. Maybe Mbappe don't want dictator Mbappe, bro. You never know. You know what I'm saying?
And he was caught. He was caught on video, by the way, with his Argentinian peers.
Oh yeah. And there's songs. There's French players. Maybe that's why it wouldn't work out for him to go to Madrid.
Yeah, they said
he has to go to Atletico Madrid, in my opinion, because I feel like, thinking about it now, there's more Argentinians and God knows what over there, bro, than there, because there's too many French guys in Madrid. I don't think the
Chouamini, Camavinga, I don't remember the lyrics, like I cannot quote it, but I remember the meanings of it. It was talking about France, that they're not facing France, they're facing some sort of African country or something like that. So and he was singing it like loudly, you know, like it's not.
Yeah, but by the way, it's kind of a hot take. I think Messi deserves to get criticized as well, because why is he not calling out his players as a captain?
Yeah, but Messi's legacy is.
Just saying, if that was Ronaldo, people would be hating on him. So we're giving the same energy. I don't give a fuck. Anyway, yeah. Hey, listen, man. In this case, hey, listen. Ronaldo.
I just want to ask you before we move on. Are you a Messi or Ronaldo when it comes to that?
You know what it is. I think Messi is better than Ronaldo, but I rather Ronaldo's personality.
Okay.
I'm being honest. I think Messi is a better player, but I think Ronaldo's personality is what I prefer. You know, even though I think his personality since the 22 World Cup, then moving to this league, has been over the top, even though he's done good things for attracting players here. I also have to say, part of it's because I'm a Hilal fan, but part of it's because I also see the complaining and the bitching he does here. It's ridiculous. But regardless, we move. Anyway, any final thoughts, Habibi, before I move on to...
No, man. No final thoughts on that. I mean, I think you covered it there.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Let's see how the Prem moves on, goes forward, and let's see how Champions League goes forward as well. Let's see if my club can actually get number 7, on the side, blood, or is it this side? I don't even know. You get what I'm saying? On top of the league, you know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. But listen,
before we move on, we have to give respect to the striker, Victor Gyökeres.
Oh, by the way, I've been
scoring a hat trick, and scoring the winner for his nation to go to the World Cup.
I've always given him respect, unlike a lot of fans. A lot of fans are like, "Oh, he's not a good footballer." Motherfucker, you're a fucking striker. You think I give a shit? You're a fucking striker. I care for you to score goals. Bro, this guy scores goals.
Are you winning against Madrid? Just so we can see with Yahya here. We got something for Bayern. You have something for Madrid?
Bro. If you've been watching my channel, I already told, man, we're beating them. Clip it. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I've said this so many times. Bro, they're ass.
Oh, you're beating them?
They're ass, and they have Arbeloa. I'm good. We're beating them.
Okay.
I'm not saying we're destroying them, but we're beating them.
No, it's okay. I'm just gonna remember this conversation. That's all.
Hey, listen, we have this show on Wednesdays, and we play them on Tuesday. If you wanna have a little cook session, we come. But just remember, there's like. However, we move. Speaking of, by the way, we're doing the Madrid Bayern show next. I can't redirect because this is obviously a channel that cannot allow redirects because it's on 100-something subs. So what I'll probably do is, if I could indirectly read you there, I'm doing a show with Sam. The Roten Los Blancos show, the Reds and the Whites show that we do on a weekly basis. So go there, Zeer indirect raid, and actually Zeer and Sammy indirect raid. Let's give Sammy some respect. Yeah, Zeer and Sammy indirect raid, and I will be there in a few moments. Take care, guys. And you know what? Because again, I like calling out fraudulence, so we are going to end it with the fall. But before we do, you guys have to subscribe, press that alarm bells, like, comment, and inshallah, you're good wherever you are. Go check Sammy's channel. We're gonna collaborate, inshallah. Later you'll find out if you're watching a playback. And yeah, until then, let's call out the fraudulence. Take care and peace. Man said domestics and leagues. So what domestics are you winning? Like FA Cup? Carabao?
FA and Carabao, yeah.
You think you win all of them? So you think you win a domestic treble?
I think so, yes. The way we are moving, yes.
I clip that. Clip that.
Clip it, man. Yeah, man. As things stands, from the way we are performing so far, yes, I believe so.